Tuskegee University Army ROTC Award Ceremony. I'm Cadet Lauren Oglesby, the Battalion S1.
And I'm her counterpart, Cadet Montanez Williams, and we'll be the Joint Master of Ceremonies this evening.
Today, we are honoring the cadets of the Golden Tiger Battalion and recognizing their outstanding performance. Please rise and remain standing for the presenting of the colors and the invocation. As a reminder, today's ceremony is taking place indoors, so please do not salute, but honor the American national colors by standing at attention during the presenting of the colors.
Attention. Carry. Colors. Ready. Cut. Forward. March. Left. Right. 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 Left. Left. Mark time. March. Left. Left. Group. Walk. Left. Face. Order. Order. Present. Order.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Order. Order. Right. Face. Forward. March. Left. Right. 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 Left. Mark time. One. Two. Four. Hold up.
At this time, I would like to invite our company commander, Cadet Thornton, to come forward and deliver the invocation.
Let us bow for a moment of spiritual reflection. O God, our help in the ages past, our hope for years to come, a shelter from the stormy blast in our eternal home. We thank you for giving us another opportunity to tell you thank you for allowing us to see another day. Dear Lord, we thank you for allowing us to have a successful school year amid a pandemic. As we press on into the summer, I ask that you cover those cadets going to camp and cover those soon-to-be second lieutenants. For we ask that everything we do is in your name and done by your will. Lord God, continue to bless Cadre, in all of their ways and give them wisdom to continue to be great leaders. Lastly, Lord, remind us and encourage to let us continue to run this race with patience that is set before us. Looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Cadet Thornton. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the Golden Tiger Battalion Professor of Military Science, Lieutenant Colonel Melvin Kendall.
At ease. Take your seats. Hey, thank you all for being here today. Not like all of you had a choice. But we're doing this today because, one, it needs to be done. This has been a tremendous year. We've had the pandemic. So in the fall, we scaled down some training opportunities because we didn't understand and we didn't know what we didn't know about this pandemic. Then we had a long break. Then we came back this spring. I must admit, we got after it. We got after it a lot. A lot. Just to remind you what we did, we had 40 PT sessions. We had 16 remedial PT sessions. We had 7 super labs, 1 FTX, that was joint. We got to share and learn from others, share our skills. And then we had over 110 hours of classroom time with instructors and cadets. Woo-hoo! Woo! That's a lot. That's a lot, folks. And y'all have done well. You've done really well. So today is an opportunity for us Cadre to reward you for the hard work, the sweat, the tears, the long hours that y'all have put in. And I sincerely say thank you from the bottom of my heart to y'all. We're very, very fortunate today. We have an alumni that's come back. He's come back to give back. Colonel Al Niles is our guest speaker today. We wanted to have a ball, but due to the pandemic and everything going on, we had to shift our plans a little bit. We're okay, we're the Army. We learned how to shift left, how to shift right. We're very flexible and agile. Colonel Niles was going to be our guest speaker for our dining in, or our dining out, or our ball, depending on what we had. He has graciously agreed to still come back, to spend his time, to share his wisdom, to share his journey with us today. And I thank him for that. So today, we have some activities planned. I understand, because I haven't seen it yet, but my cadre have, that some MS4s and some MS3s have a few little skits. Colonel Niles is going to grace us with some blessed words of wisdom. And then we're going to take some time to identify our outstanding performers. We're going to take some time to thank our cadets, to thank our cadre, civilian as well as military. Then we're going to thank our guest speaker. So let's have fun, let's enjoy, and thank everyone for being here today. TU! You know!
I will now introduce our speaker for today's event. Colonel Al M. Niles Jr. assumed duties as the project manager for the Cargo Helicopters Project Office in July 2019. Colonel Niles was commissioned as an Army aviator after graduating from Tuskegee University in 1997 and holds 2 Masters of Science degrees. He most recently attended the Army War College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where he earned a Master of Strategic Studies degree. His acquisition assignments include PEO soldier at Redstone Arsenal, Alabama, where he served as the Assistant Product Manager, Air Warrior, and APM Personnel Recovery Support Equipment from 2006 to 2009. Later, he was the APM for the AMH 6 Little Bird, MH-47 Chinook, MH-60 Blackhawk, SOF Future Vertical Lift, and unnamed aviation programs at the U.S. Special Operations Command, MacDill Air Force Base, Florida. He also served as a training with industry officer at Lockheed Martin Simulation Training and Support Division in Orlando, Florida, from June 2015 to June 2016. Some of Colonel Niles' military awards and decorations include a Bronze Star Medal, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Meritorious Service Medals 3 Oak Leaf Cluster, Joint Service Achievement Medal, Army Commendation Medals, and Army Achievement Medal. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to today's speaker, Colonel Al Niles, Jr.
All right, You know. Yeah, so I had to do a shameless plug of aviation before I get started. So those of you that still hadn't decided, which branch you're thinking about going in, that's one of many. But real soldiers, doing real missions, and that's what we do. Once you leave, this university, you have opportunity to participate in all types of battles and training and activities you can contribute to. I want to thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Melvin Kimball, for inviting me, as well as the Cadre. And I understand this was an event put on by you, the cadets. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. I mean, the awards and everything are something that I think is meaningful, not for just the ones that get the awards, but also for the ones that have an opportunity to see what the other MS 2, 3, 4 groups get, because it gives you a chance to kind of inspire or look at what you can actually do. One of the things as I was driving here today from Huntsville, I thought about many different stories that kind of tie into awards and why we get them. And so I kind of thought about like it's possible, right? Here in ROTC, here in Tuskegee, here in Alabama, I mean, anything is possible. And so the connection between not just the alumni, but the cadre, the instructors and stuff, I mean, it's like a bloodline when you look at Tuskegee and the way that we reach back and we help each other out once we get into the field. I do want to acknowledge Ms. McDay. Just want to say thank you for everything you did for me as a cadet. I've talked to her several times since I left. And those of you that's leaving soon, you know, you think you're gonna leave and never have to call back, right? You're like, well, I'm just gonna go, I'm done with this place. And go off and do your military career. I think I was a captain when I called back. And I needed to get some of my records and get some things from the office. And she assisted me with doing that. And several other stories of being able to reach back to the continuity here has been very helpful in my military career. So I just want to thank you. And I do have a token of my appreciation. Let's see. You want me to jump down there and get another jump? No, I'm going to miss me good. But you can leave it in the bag real quick. But these are for you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So here, I just want everybody to just kind of put in your mind, and I want you to say this out to me, say, it's possible, okay? Say, it's possible. So, you know, we learn all these acronyms and these different things to remember how to land nav, road march, shoot weapons, and all this other stuff. You know, so for me, you know, the ITSP, you know, kind of, you know, the individual, you know, and kind of looking at the, you know, the team work piece of it, as well as seeking out and searching for different mentors, and then also preparing yourself, you know, is kind of how I've kind of framed it in my head since I've left here. Because, you know, you have a lot of different people who will tell you that, you know, it's not possible. You have all these hurdles, you can give yourself some, and you can make up a lot of excuses, but at the end of the day, it's possible. So, you know, Booker T. Washington was very smart, you know. He did a lot for his university, and he knew early on, he had a quote, and I paraphrase, but basically talks about, you know, opportunity will not, you know, knock twice, right? It won't come twice. So sometime, you know, when you have that opportunity, you know, it's a blessing, and you have to kind of see how that plays out. And if it's for you, I mean, no one can take it from you. So you have to make sure that you're not your worst enemy. So I'm gonna tell you a story real quick that kind of ties into, you know, why I think it's possible. And it's about a student that came to Tuskegee about 30 years ago. So I had a student 30 years ago. His parents dropped him off in the parking lot right across the street from here. You know, that parking lot was right across from Banneker Hall back then. I think it's still Banneker Hall, right? So parents dropped him off there, didn't have a scholarship at all. Didn't have, you know, ROTC scholarship. The choir kind of gave a little money to him. Football scholarships really didn't pay for everything. So no athletics. So the student just came to Tuskegee to kind of, you know, do his best. You know, that's what the parents did back then. You know, you got first generation, second generation students, in most cases 30 years ago. So, you know, your parents put you out and said, hey, you know, give it a big, you know, your best, do your best. That's all I can ask for you. And so back then we used to go to the chapel, Chappie James. That's what we used to do, all the registering for the classes. And the freshmen used to get there usually a couple of days, a week or so before the sophomores and juniors. And so, you know, all of these freshmen, they go in there and they get in these long lines in Chappie James. And that's a chance for them to kind of commiserate and talk about what they want to sign up for, right? So this is the first time they're kind of without their parents, and they're trying to build a schedule. And in most cases, you're building your schedule around, okay, how long I can sleep, you know, and, you know, is that class going to be held on Friday at noon? And you're kind of not looking at, you know, what do I want to major in? And so as you sit in that line, you have all of these different people that come up to try to recruit you for different things. Whether it be the SGA, you have all these other extracurricular activities, and you have the military, ROTC. So this student was sitting there, he was with a guy from Detroit, a guy from Mobile, this other guy, I think he was from Mississippi somewhere, and the ROTC cadets came up and pitched him this idea about, hey, you know, join ROTC, you know, you could do this, you know, you could do this, and maybe, you know, if you things work out for you, you can get a scholarship. And so this one student sat there and he was thinking the whole time, you know, it's possible, right? Because, you know, right now, he don't have anything, you know, but a hope and a dream. You know, his hope is to finish Tuskegee. His dream was to become a pilot. And so he sits there, But the people that he's hanging with, they start thinking through this opportunity that's kind of before them. One of them said, hey, you're going to have to get up early in the morning to do PT. Do you really want to do that? And so I was like, well, I don't know. I never really thought about it. But I don't know. I don't know how bad that could be. And by now you can see it's me in the story 30 years ago where, got this one person talking about PT. So sat there and had another individual tell me, well, twice a week, I think those cadets have to wear their uniform. And that ain't gonna look cool on the yard. So I don't know how you're gonna do that. You're gonna change in the CAF or the student union because everybody's gonna know you wearing this uniform, and that don't look good. So I thought about that. So yeah, he got a good point. I don't know. I mean, how can I get out of that? And then this other individual, I'll never forget, from Detroit, he said, you might have to go to war. What if you had to go to war and you got to fight and you die? And I said, man, that's deep. Now here, you're a freshman, we in there, I think they had the gym floor covered over. I remember just like yesterday. Because they want you to scuff up the gym. So we had that little rubber stuff over the bottom and you tripping and falling. And we get up there to the desk and I was like, yeah, I'm not dying, I'm not doing all that stuff. And I remember, hey, I don't have nothing else to do but to try, It's possible that I won't have to do any of that and then I get a scholarship, right? And so I signed up and I rolled into ROTC. And Ms. McDade can tell you, first year you sit around as MS1, you're trying to figure out how to put the pieces together. And I remember halfway through my first year, I started thinking, this ain't what the brochure said now. So it's some fine print down here. They never told me about going to Fort Benning and chiggers and all the mosquitoes. And they never talked about missing a football game because the PMS fought, he scheduled something on the weekend that it's a home game. And it's like, what happened? Nobody scheduling stuff, they're not talking to each other. So I remember the second semester of my freshman year, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. Cause I missed a lot of stuff my friends got to go do. Yeah, and then I got to go, I was in a parade for homecoming, and they never told me I was gonna have to do that. And it was cold too, and early in the morning. So it didn't seem fun. So that summer, I had a summer job back in Birmingham, and I said, you know what, I don't think this ROTC thing is gonna work out because it's not fitting in my schedule because I got stuff I got to do my sophomore year. I got other activities I'm trying to get into, and people call me to do this, and I need a break. Well, that summer, that's when Lieutenant Colonel Johnny Pierce called me, and he said, hey, Al, how you doing? I'm like, oh man, I got finished an assignment. What are you trying to do? I'm not going to no summer camp. I got a job. I'm trying to think of all these things. You kind of, nicely say, sir, thank you for the call, but can't do it. And he said, well, you know what? You're a non-scholarship cadet. And we got an opportunity for you. If you sign back up next year, you'll be on scholarship. And I said, oh, okay. So what does that mean? What am I have to do now? How much more I got to do? He said, no, you keep doing the same thing you're doing, PT, doing your curriculum stuff and all of that. And your sophomore year, then guess what? Your family has a financial break. And so I said, well, okay, I'll take the opportunity. And from that point on, when I came back that second year, I started figuring out that the pieces to what we do in Army ROTC, what the Cadre does and all the things that the cadets do, everything is connected in blocks, right? So you're not going to get the full picture your freshman year, your sophomore year, your junior year. It wasn't until after I was gone, my probably 2 years away, when I understood that each year you have to realize that you're going to learn a piece of the whole puzzle. And so for me to understand that it's possible from the beginning, I put it into like 4 different places. So it starts with the individual, right? So that's the I of it. So you have an individual choice at all these junctures, even now, I had a, choice to stay in or get out or come here today or stay at work. So the individual, so somebody's going to approach you at some point, give you an opportunity, and you have a chance to either be in or out. And it comes down to time management. In most cases, where you are right now in your junction in life, it's about a time management. You figuring like, hey, that's going to take away from something you think that's important. But at the end of the day, when it passes, you're going to realize you are in the right place right now. And this is the most important thing in your life you're going to remember. And it's hard for you to probably see that now, but I've been in your seats, and I'm telling you, when I was sitting in these different, briefings, and y'all probably had like 10 different guest speakers, and you have, end of the day, last class on a Friday. I know I did all of that. And I would tell you all the other stuff I did too does not, resonate in my brain as much as being right here today. And so when you look at, individual time and the time management, everybody got iPhones, and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I divide my day up, and what do I do first? Think about what is going to be something that's going to be, residual in terms of giving back for the longest amount of time, right? And I would say whether or not you go active duty, reserve, or even if you choose not to, what you're getting here, this particular rigor that you learn in ROTC transfers over to being in industry. This is something that's going to help you in life later on. And then the teamwork piece of it, is no other class, no other curriculum that you can find, in a university that pushes team like ROTC. Because, I've played, sports, you played sports, Melvin, and you understand that, the team that you look at football or basketball and all that is a season, right? You have a season. You have an on season, off season, and all this other stuff. In uniform, we don't have a season. It's all the time. And so, if you want to say relate to a sport that we're close to, it's probably baseball. Baseball played more games than any other. But even at that, they get a couple of breaks, and they stay in nice hotels, and we get to go to the field. So we still have a level of commitment. And so then the S of that is seek out mentors. So this is another thing that my first probably decade of being out in uniform, when I was lieutenant and then captain, for some sense, I said, well, we got all of these military guys' faces on the wall throughout Tuskegee, Auburn, name it. All these generals and colonels or whatever. None of them called me when I showed up to a unit. It's like, okay, what happened to that mentorship? What's going on? I thought somebody was going to catch me when I jump out there. It's like, here I am, I'm a Tuskegee grad. Where's the party? And that's not going to happen. So you're going to have to seek out individuals, whether they be in your branch or not. And they don't even have to be in the Army. They could be in some other service. But you need to seek out and then try to find your way. And then the mentorship grows through people seeing that you're seeking out to them. Then they'll connect you. They'll say, okay, well, I talked to this cadet. This cadet is looking for somebody in Signal Corps or whatever. And then I call Bernard Brogan, right? Hey, Bernard Brogan, got somebody coming to the Corps, somebody in transportation. That's how it happens. And it starts right here while you're cadets. Don't wait until, you go in on active duty. And then the P of that, of the is possible, is the preparation piece of it. Just like you take classes now and you study and have to take all these tests, if you know what branch you want to go into, start looking into it right now. See if that's something that you really want to do. Because I tell you, the videos and the brochures, it's that fine print I talked about. It's a lot of fun when you're making a video, but, at some point, you might have to go out and do something else with that, and you want to make sure that you're in the right profession. If you have to go and do humanitarian support, if you have to go to combat, if you have to do some homeland, security type stuff, whatever it may be. And then if you think about what you want to do after you get out of the military, because all of us at some point have to leave, what do you want to do for the long term? Those are the things in preparation that you should be considering. And I would tell you, up until the drive down today, I didn't think that it had been almost 30 years since I sat in this building in your seats. It's crazy how time goes by. And if I could go back, I probably would have asked, one or two more questions, and I probably would have showed up to some more briefings too. Ms. McDay can tell you, we had a war ceremony back then too. But I don't have a trophy case full of ROTC stuff because, we didn't have the way that you organize it now. We have all of these different things that now we can show, and how much we appreciate the work that you put in is valuable because those are the things that you're going to cherish in the long term. So again, thank you so much for allowing me to come today. And I just want you to remember, it's all possible. It's possible. And you have, as an individual, you have the first chance to say yes or no to whatever you want to do in life. And you could call me, you can email me. I'm always available. And I've talked to Melvin on regular phone, text, email. I'm very informal when it comes to mentoring and giving, you the tools that I think could be helpful, in your life. I like the way that the program was set up, the way that the cadets did it. I like we had, the prayer. I think you have to have Christ in your life. Everything else is just a throw up. You gotta have it. So, wherever you go, take that with you too, because you will be challenged, And I'll just say, kind of in a closing, if you want to say it's possible, and then say, but you gotta have Christ first. You gotta do that. But your character will be challenged at every juncture, and you'll have, people that, will have your program and not want you to probably do that in some places, because they want to kind of say, well, they might not feel comfortable with it. But just understand that you have to have that in your life, and no matter how you put it in it, you just keep it there, and everything else will work out. So with that, we're ready to transition to the awards portion of it, and then I come back and close out with my awards, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you all so much for your patience.
So the fours are gonna go first. So this part of the ceremony, we're gonna loosen things up a little bit. But before we do that, just look to your neighbor real quick. Look at him and say, "How you doing on this Good Friday evening?"
How you doing?
All right. So now we'll proceed with our skits. Yeah.
whether you guys heard me. Good morning to you! All right, guys. We got some FTXs scheduled this morning. And I don't know about you guys, but my fat's crying. Hey, man, I haven't walked about 5 steps and I'm sweating. But we're going to get it in today. You know, we're going to get after it. All right? Stay positive, stay motivated. Make sure you guys are, you know, hydrating up. Bro, Rose should be here soon. Come on. Oh, let's go, Rose. Come on. Come on, Rose. Come on, bust time. Come on, Rose. Let's go.
Well, sir, I was trying to tell them they need to come over here for the patrol base because from my understanding, that's what we was told at the last FTX. And that's why I couldn't finish in time.
Hey. Now, we done had plenty of opportunities, all right? Every event is mandatory.
Sir, I've been coming to the events except for when I have clinicals. But what I'm trying to tell these people, they need to listen to me because we need to do the patrol bay this way. We were sitting back there at the ORT 30 minutes.
Control what you can control. You have to come to these mandatory events. If you don't come to these mandatory events, I have a boss. My boss tells me.
I just think we need
My
more
boss
training.
tells me that
We
I
need
have
more hands
Rose.
on. We need more hands on.
Rose.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Rose!
Well, anyways, what I was trying to tell y'all that he had told us at the last FTX that you could do it either way. But I mean, that's what he said, so that's what
Rose,
we're
come
gonna
here.
go with.
Rose, come here. Let's have a talk. Let's go to the office.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I need to talk to you about being late this morning.
You have to respect. You don't talk over. Okay?
Sir, I
When
wasn't
you
trying
do
to be
things-
rude or anything.
Rose, when you do things like that, me and my son are always evaluating you. If you're not doing what you're supposed to
See,
do,
I just think it was
if you're
just,
not doing what
I
you're
just
supposed
think
to
it was
do,
confusion
Rose,
because
if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, I could consider this a room. It's not that I want to get rid of you. I don't want to get rid of you. It's just common respect. If you got respect, I can't send you in advance, can I? There's no way I can send you in advance, can't be disrespectful like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so do things like that. It's a room. Spend this alone. I don't care.
okay, sir, well,
All right.
I'll see you later. Thank you.
All right.
Now you, I'm just playing. We done. Okay, so next we will have the MS3s perform their skit.
Yo, yeah. That good? Falling. Come on, Soldier, fall in. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry, Brother Black. Oh, my God. I'm so good to see y'all. Hey, I'm so sorry. I had clinicals. I'm trying to be a nurse. Hey, I'm so sorry. But Tim, hey, the Lord is good. I'm blessed and highly favored, y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all good? Y'all good, nurse squad? Y'all good? Y'all good? I'm so sorry, Brother Black. I promise you, I just want to make sure everybody's good.
Fall out. Forward. Mark.
Good morning, Golden Tiger Battalion. Good morning. Come on now, y'all can do better than that. I said, good morning, Golden Tiger Battalion. Good morning. All right, y'all, we can do better now. We can do better. I said, good morning, Golden Tiger Battalion. Good morning. And now, we got some important stuff going this week. So this week, we got the APFT, the ACFT, the OPEC, the CCFA, the CWST, the ACDC, the Super Lab, the PCI inspection, a 13-day FTX, midterm counseling, 12-mile ruck, 5 guest speakers, and on Friday, I need 100% urinalysis.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't want to be here. I don't know why you're here. You're not going to make it in the real army. Are you handicapped? Why are you parking in handicapped position? Are you handicapped? Move your car. Moses, the flag is not a log. It's the American flag. Carry your flag. And you guys are complaining about a 12-mile ruck. I did a 12-mile ruck in 30 minutes. Geniuses, use your brain. Use your brain.
S3, why are those slides wrong? I sent you the right slides yesterday. Those are wrong. And if you want your grades, please send your op orders in. Cadet Blake, I need you to give your paperwork to Miss Medea.
This one going on.
Okay. Wait, let's take a picture first.
do that? No. You're gonna do that on your own. Come back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Come back to you after 10 minutes?
I'm about to bust.
I'm so ready to go over. What do you want? I'll come back and get this fifth day.
I've been told you to give it. Give it to her. Wait, let me take a picture for failure.
Where's the day?
Today, this event is the 2-mile run. It measures aerobic fitness and endurance of the leg muscles. You must complete this run without any physical help. Yada, yada, yada. You guys know what it is. Walking is acceptable but highly disencouraged. Come on, let's get out of here. Come on, you got it. You got it. Let's go. Come on, you got it. Come on. You got it. Come on. Timbo lap. All right, come on. You got it. You got it.
Stop walking.
Pick it up. You're halfway. You're halfway. Come on, there we go. Pick it up. Come on, last lap. Bring it out.
So how about another round of applause for those skits? So now we will have the memorial video play. So we're gonna ask Cadet King to come up and present that. Yeah. The screen should be popping up, but he got a remote control. Okay, there you go.
Initiating movement.
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign
foreign
and domestic,
and domestic.
all my children back here.
Whoever runs the med station.
Now we will move to the portion of our ceremony where our battalion commander and command sergeant major will come up to help our PMS and guest speaker present awards to the cadets of our Golden Tiger Battalion. So we will begin with our MS1 awards. The first award is for excelling in all military and scholastic aspects of the ROTC program. The Military Order of the World Wars proudly presents its ROTC Award of Merit to Cadet Nakia Hastings. Okay, so Moving on to the second award, the USS Spirit Award is awarded to Cadet Jarrett Jackson and Nazir Terrell for their commitment to serving the program. Their actions are reflective of USAA's values of honor, integrity, loyalty, and service. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. In recognition of his demonstrated performance on the ACFT, Cadet Daniel Moore is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Physical Fitness Award. In recognition of her demonstrated ideals of Americanism by deed and conduct, having contributed the most through leadership to advancing the standing of the program, Cadet Deasia Ford is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Platoon Leader Award. Stay up there, stay up there. Forward, stay up there. So having been selected as the top cadet in her class for the academic years 2020-2021, Cadet Deasia Ford is hereby awarded the Army ROTC Superior Cadet Decoration. Moving on to the MS2 awards. For demonstrating a high degree of excellence in military science and potential for good leadership, the Daughters of the Founders and Patriots of America Medal is awarded to Cadet Zykira Beecham. For her outstanding competence in the arts and sciences of national defense, Cadet Makira Nelson is awarded the ROTC Associative Bronze Medal. You can stay up there, Nelson. In special recognition of outstanding achievement in studies and distinguished attainment in the ROTC program, Cadet Makira Nelson is awarded the Society of the War of 1812 Merit Award. In recognition of his demonstrated performance on the ACFT, Cadet Seth Jordan is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Physical Fitness Award. Stay up there. Stay up there. Also, for excelling in all military and scholastic aspects of the ROTC program, the Military Order of the World Wars proudly presents its ROTC Award of Merit to Cadet Seth Jordan and Kari Alexander. In recognition of his demonstrated ideals of Americanism by deed and conduct, having contributed the most through leadership to advancing the standing of the program, Cadet Kari Alexander is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Platoon Leader Award. He has also been awarded the Army ROTC Superior Cadet Decoration. Moving on to MS3 awards. In recognition of his demonstrated performance on the ACFT, Cadet Charles Black is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Physical Fitness Award. Good job. For excelling in all military and scholastic aspects of the ROTC program, the Military Order of the World Wars proudly presents its ROTC Award of Merit to Cadet Joseph Cosby and Zachary Thornton. In recognition of his outstanding academic performance, the American Legion Award for Scholastic Excellence Medal is awarded to Cadet Zachary Thornton. For his demonstrated outstanding, go back. For his demonstrated outstanding performance and competence in the arts and sciences of national defense, Cadet Zachary Thornton is awarded the Reserve Officers Association Silver Medal. Also, in recognition of his demonstrated ideals of Americanism by deed and conduct, having contributed the most through leadership to advancing the standing of the program, Cadet Zachary Thornton is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Platoon Leader Award.
All right, it seems like he's gonna get all the awards over there. All right, I gotta give you one more coin.
You can sit down now. That's it. That's it.
Did somebody help you out? Got it? I don't know. Got it.
The Military Officers Association of America Medal is presented to Cadet Jasmine Rose for having demonstrated exceptional potential for military leadership as a member of the Reserve Officer Training Corps. Hey, Rose. Hey, girl. Go ahead. Slick your hair back. Okay. Also, in recognition of her outstanding attributes and demonstrated leadership ability, the American Legion Award for General Military Excellence Medal is awarded to Cadet Jasmine Rose. In addition, having been selected as the top cadet in her class for the academic year 2020-2021, Cadet Jasmine Rose is hereby awarded the Army ROTC Superior Cadet Decoration. Moving on to our MS4 awards. For excelling in all military and scholastic aspects of the ROTC program, the Military Order of the World Wars proudly presents its ROTC Award of Merit to Cadet Ishmael Miller Washington. The National Defense Committee Medal is awarded to Cadet Christy King for demonstrating academic excellence, dependability, good character, adherence to military discipline, leadership, and a fundamental and patriotic understanding of the importance of the Reserve Officers Training Corps. In recognition of her scholastic excellence and demonstrated Americanism in supporting the United States as a member of the Reserve Officers Training Corps, Cadet Jana Harrod is awarded the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry Medal. In recognition of his demonstrated ideals of Americanism by deed and conduct, having contributed the most through leadership to advancing the standing of the program, Cadet Joshua Gordon is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Platoon Leader Award. You can stay up there, Gordon. You can stay up there. In recognition of his demonstrated ideals, in recognition of his outstanding attributes and demonstrated leadership ability, the American Legion Award for General Military Excellence Medal is also awarded to Cadet Joshua Gordon. In addition, for his demonstrated outstanding competence in the arts and sciences of national defense, Cadet Joshua Gordon is awarded the Reserve Officers Association Gold Medal. Good. The Military Officers Association of America Medal is presented to Cadet Jonathan Andrews for having demonstrated exceptional potential for military leadership as a member of the Reserve Officers Training Corps. You can stay up there, Andrews. The Association of the United States Army Medal is also awarded to Cadet Jonathan Andrews for contributing the most through leadership to advancing the standing of the Golden Tiger Battalion. In recognition of his demonstrated performance on the ACFT, Cadet Nathan Jarrett is awarded the Golden Tiger Battalion Physical Fitness Award. In recognition of outstanding attributes and demonstrated leadership ability, the American Legion Award for Scholastic Excellence Medal is awarded to Cadet Lauren Oglesby.
Having been selected as the outstanding cadet in her class for the academic year 2020-2021, Cadet Lauren Oglesby is hereby awarded the Army ROTC Superior Cadet Decoration.
Now we will move on to the Cadre Awards.
All right, this is going pretty well. So the first civilian award, I'd like Miss McDade to come up, please. So Miss McDade, she is our information person. She's been at Tuskegee University for a little bit over 26 years. She's been doing HRA business for about 32 years, and we appreciate her. So what I would like to do is present Miss McDade in the middle. Keep walking. Keep walking. With a token of my appreciation for all of her hard work through my time here as the PMS and for all the PMS she's helped take care of. So Miss McDade, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome, man. Thank you. All right. Next, I'd like Mr. Benton to come on up, please. Now, Mr. Brenton, he brings that cadre energy. You know, he challenges you cadets often. So I'd like to thank him. He is an alumni who's come back to work here and to give back as well. And I thank him for all of his hard work, his advice, and his energy. Thank you, Mr. Benton. Next, I would like Lieutenant Snyder to come up, please. Yeah. Lieutenant Snyder, she came to us as a patent intern. As a patent intern, part of her responsibilities are to be available to answer questions about combat arms. And I do believe directly, because of her, she's helped one of our cadets select combat arms and get combat arms, field artillery. Lieutenant Snyder is also our social media person. She has saved our social media, and she has, you going, you walking so fast, get on right up there. And she has saved this organization with social media. Couple things, she has taken photos. We joke about her photos. She's had a photo finish in the top 10 of photos in the Army this past year. She had 2 photos in competition for that. She also, for the sexual harassment and SHARP program that's going on, one of our photos is on their main flyer. So again, we might joke about her photos, but her photos are telling an amazing story of Tuskegee cadets. Thank you, LT. Next, I'd like to call Master Sergeant Simpkin up. Master Sergeant Simpkin is my right-hand man. He is my advisor. He keeps a pulse on what's going on, and he tells me sometimes not necessarily what I want to hear, but what I should hear. Every officer needs an advisor, an NCO advisor like this. So Master Sergeant Simpkin, thank you. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the wisdom you have shared with me. Thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to call Sergeant Putoff. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yep, right? All right. Sergeant Putoff got here at the same time I did. I called him the other day and I said, you know, you're like my Linus blanket. I said, I feel much more secure when you're around. Because if something needs to get done, he's the first one to stand up and say, I got it, sir. He's always there. He's there before I am. I come in about 4:45, 5:15. Sergeant Putoff already here. I leave about 1800. Sergeant Putoff, I got it, sir. I'll lock it up. So I thank you, Sergeant Putoff. An NCO through and through. He takes care of soldiers. He takes care of cadets. He takes care of his officers. So thank you, Sergeant Putoff. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. At this point, sir, step to your left a little bit. There you go. Right in the center. First Sergeant, can you come on up here for us? At this time, I'd like to thank our guest speaker, Colonel Al Niles, coming down and sharing a moment with us, sharing his wisdom with us, sharing his knowledge with us, and sharing his journey with us. So, sir, from us to you, you're a Tuskegee Airman through and through.
Oh, thank you so much.
So thank you very much, and we appreciate your time, your wisdom, and your knowledge.
No, thank you.
Oh, sir. We also give him a Tuskegee swag bag. He has kids he can share that with. Spread our story.
There we go.
All right, sir, I'm gonna turn it over to you if you have any final words that you'd like to say.
Oh, man, thank you. Man, I like all that.
Oh, mine is Williams. And Ogle. All right. Go to the center. Monez Williams to the center. Oglesby to the center, please.
Hey, thanks again. It's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all today. You know, the gifts and stuff were very meaningful for me. I keep them, make sure I add it to the other Tuskegee swagger I got in the room. I was going to take off his mask here. But, yeah, really appreciate the program today. And thank you for introducing me and all that y'all did to participate in the program. I want to make sure I give y'all some parting gifts also. Have Chinooks on the front of it, and also give you my coins. Thank you, sir. My coins. All right. And also Lieutenant Colonel Kilner, if you come over, please. Oh, yes, so in every organization, you have somebody that's tagged to be, you know, the leader, right? So he was tagged for 3 years to lead this organization. And I've talked to him several times throughout my visits and passing through. So I think by you leaving and going off to do greater things for the Army in Fort Bragg, I mean, we'll still be connected to him. But he's done so much for us, so we could just give him a round of applause. Thank you for everything he's done. And, I also want to give you one of my coins here.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. And then we have
We have three people who's interested in aviation. After we took an aviation orientation tour on Monday, we went to Fort Rucker. Thank you, Major General Francis and your team for hosting us, giving us a Black Hawk ride. We appreciate it. And I know that MS2, Cadet Ladipo, center, come on up here. Cadet Medley, front center, come on up here. And Cadet Andrews, where you at? There you are, front and center. These three cadets express high interest in becoming aviators. Cadet Andrews have signed up to take the SIF test. I think he'll be taking it either next week or the week after.
The 20th.
Cadet Medley, who was probably looking at engineering or some other branch first, said he's moving aviation up to number 1. And then Ladipo, who's always been interested in flying, she just wasn't sure until after the tour, where she said she's going to look to go aviation, possibly get to Space Force.
Cool.
Oh,
All right. Yeah. That's good. Hey, so with that, I want to plant my seeds in each one of you in terms of making sure that you know you have somebody that's in aviation from Tuskegee that you can reach out to if you got any questions as you part of your journey. And I want to leave y'all with just some token, some aviation swagger there that you can use and kind of look at, and hopefully it motivates you to at least try out and go combat arms and go aviation, all right?
Yes, sir.
So awesome. Hey, thank you. And I think I missed like 3 of the top cadets, right? Yeah, so who was that? I think I gave the person that racked up all those different awards already a coin, but I think I missed 2 or 3 of them that got the plaques for top cadets. Raise your hand. Was it?
Rose, Ford, and Oglesby right here.
Okay, so I took care. Okay, so Rose, say you two come up real quick, please.
Front center, come on up.
Make sure I give you one of my coins also, give you a coin. Good job. Good job. Thank you. And I think it's meaningful to make sure that the top cadets know that, you know, when getting recognized here at the school, I mean, it might not seem like much, but a lot of work went into it. And even doing a skit, you know, the cadets went down all those lists of different activities that the PMS kind of say you have to do in a short minute of time. I mean, that's the same stuff that happened 30 years ago. You know, they write off all these things we got to do, and you got 2 months to do it, and everybody got to pass it, and it's mandatory for people that's, you know, that's on contract. Right. And so it's a lot of things that you have to do, and a commitment to make sure that not only you do it, but then be the top cadet. So thank you both, and keep pushing forward.
Sir, if you could stay up here for a second.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you want the graduating seniors?
We got some.
Right, you got the top. You've gotten everybody. I think Gordon probably should get a little bit more special recognition. He's supplied. Come on up here, Gordon. So Gordon is the company supply person. Last semester, he was the battalion commander. Okay. So from a supply perspective, our civilian law tech retired in the end of December. Mr. Davis, we miss you. But Cadet Gordon has stepped up along with Cadet Miller-Washington to make sure these cadets still have the equipment they need, still making sure our registries are filled out properly, and making himself available on his own time to take care of cadets.
Cool.
Truly a cadet leading by example.
That's good. All right. All right. I think that's it.
All right. All right, sir. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Oh, everybody give me a hand.
So, Mr. Benton, for you guys who don't know me, I'm sure you guys know me. So, you guys know I joke a lot. As an alumni of the program, like Colonel Niles, I took it upon myself to come back to give back. And it wasn't for me, it's always for you guys. You guys hear me say that a lot. And so, kind of how when I transitioned from active duty, I met Colonel Kendall up here just coming to visit Tuskegee. And I was just, hey, sir, it'd be an honor to work for you if it's possible. I'm enthusiastic to get back to the program. And he like, I can't promise anything. I'll put in a good word for you. And it was almost like a dream come true. I never thought in a million years after coming back to duty I'd be able to come teach back at Tuskegee. But I knew I wanted to work under him and work for him because under Colonel Cross, he was my PMS when I was here. And I stayed in contact with Jimmy Davis, and he kind of told me the program was going in some direction that it shouldn't have been going back in. So I took it upon myself to try to get back to Tuskegee any way I could. And Colonel Kendall gave me that opportunity, put in a good word for me for the contractor company. And since that day, he's been nothing but a mentor. I speak on behalf of all the Cadre, sir. It's not only been a pleasure to work for you, but work with you, sir. And so for you guys, it's a time-honored tradition. As a commander of a company, usually as a parting gift, you take your guide on with you. Granted, ROTC is not the traditional form of a command, but I think Colonel Kendall has done a great job in moving his company or this battalion in the direction it should go. So us Cadre wanted to leave you with a token, sir. And
Oh, y'all gonna make me cry. Now you come to the center. Yes, sir.
so, sir, without further ado, I want to honor you with this, so that way when you look up on your wall, your next job, you can look back on this and see.
You should have went first. You should have let MS boy get first. We ain't talking yet.
Thank you very much. This is awesome.
Take a lot of wall space.
It
But,
is.
it says on the plaque, Lieutenant Colonel Melvin E. Kendall, Professor of Military Science, July 2018 to June 2021, Golden Tiger Battalion. Got a few tabs in the rifle team, the color guard, the Ranger Challenge. Got the battalion coin in there, and also Tuskegee's patch. So,
Thank you. Hey, thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Bennett. Thank you, Cadre. Thank you, cadets. That's really nice of y'all. Yeah, thank you. I don't want to cry. y'all gonna make me cry. I love the skits. Make my fat cry. That's how I said. You make my fat cry. I love it. Good job. Hey, this has been great. I appreciate all you who are here. I appreciate the Cadre. I appreciate Colonel Niles. I appreciate all y'all. Again, when you think back, I've tried to push you to be better. I've tried to push you to take Tuskegee's name out there and to make other branches want more Tuskegee cadets to be lieutenants. So keep pushing, keep driving, stay dedicated, keep the perseverance, and keep working hard. It's possible. Yes, sir. Well, turn it back over to you.
Thank you, sir. Although we are near the end of our award ceremony, we would like to share one more special video presentation with you all. Please direct your attention to the screen and enjoy what we have prepared for you.
Hold on, this screen taking a while to come on. There you go. It took a little while.
Everybody hear me? I was tasked out by the S5 shop to help put together a nice video for us here. So hope you enjoy.
We want to thank everyone for coming out to support all of the cadets and hope you have a wonderful weekend.
On your feet. Let me get a loud Tiger Pride. Tiger Pride. Tiger Pride. Dismiss.